Hello everyone and welcome back to another video where today we'll be taking a look at my updated setup, which will be revealed right now. There we go, those lights take forever. Here it is, and as you can see, the most noticeable difference if you watched my previous videos on the setup is the desk. It finally got changed. So yeah, this desk is so much nicer. It's a custom beechwood desk. Yeah, it's pretty large and it's quite expensive, so that's why I have this thing on here to protect it, because the last thing I'd want is something damaging the wood. So that's that out of the way. But first, before we get into the computers and what's in the general setup area, I'd like to bring your attention to this. This is my Logitech G29 racing wheel. Now, please do I do apologize for the desk, the mess here. It's only because I just put this desk in, so there's a bit of mess from that, because my other desk had trays and stuff, but that's fine. Here's the wheel, as you can see, just as it always was. We have the driving force shifter just there, and we have the pedals just there, as well as the GT Racing Art stand, which is very nice. It's showing a couple signs of rust over here though, which is not good. But that's that out of the way. Now we can move on to the computers, and we'll start off with this. This is my 2009, late 2009 white MacBook, which is currently being plugged into a charger, which goes there. But yeah, here it is. It's the one I did an entire video series on, restoring it. So yeah, that's this computer. As you can see, the trackpad is working fine, the keyboard is all there, and yeah, so that's pretty good. I'm liking how it's performing, and yeah. Also the back cover has been replaced, so that's no longer flapping around. So that's this computer. I use this when I go overseas to edit videos, mainly to countries that aren't known for being too secure. So places such as maybe I don't know. I don't want to name places, but yeah, places that are stereotypically not as safe as other places, where I don't want that computer to be stolen, so I take something a lot cheaper, such as this. And if it gets stolen, I don't really care. But this pretty much has everything you need on it. It has Premiere Pro, After Effects, Dreamweaver, Photoshop, all of that. It's all on here. So that's that. Now we can move on to the iMac. It's a 21.5 inch late 2009 iMac, replacing this one, which I showed off in my last video. This is a 20 inch mid 2009 iMac. It has 3 GB of RAM. This one has 8, which is very nice. If I go here, you got to see 8 gigs of RAM. It's very nice. It also has a 1 TB hard drive, which makes it ideal for storage, which is pretty much what I use this computer for. It's pretty good. So that's that. We have the Apple Magic Keyboard as the keyboard, and the Magic Mouse in Space Gray as the mouse, which is very nice. Obviously not the most comfortable mouse in the world, and not the best keyboard in the world, but they work. They're all Bluetooth, so that's very good. Moving along though, we have my MacBook Pro. It's a 2016 13-inch MacBook Pro with Touch Bar, 256 GB SSD, 8 GB of RAM, Intel Core i5, all of that stuff. And since you last saw it, it's had a keyboard replacement, because I don't know if you would probably know, but there was a keyboard issue thing where things would get stuck underneath, and from the factory keyboards would be really sticky and stuff. And I hadn't realized that was with this computer, but then when I looked into it a bit, I found that all these keys on the side were really sticky, and so I got that all replaced. And because it's so difficult to replace this keyboard, what they ended up doing was replacing the entire bottom half of the computer. So new shell, new trackpad, new keyboard, new touch bar, and a new battery, which has only been charged 14 times. So that's really good, because my other battery was, I think, on its 200th cycle. So yes, brand new battery for free. Very nice. One issue though, because you have to be 18 to pick this something up from the Apple Store after a repair, and I'm only 15. Well, there was a small issue. The person I got to pick it up for me kind of dropped it, so there's a huge dent in the side now. It's more noticeable here actually, where you can see, which is very bad, because if I drop this computer one day and the screen cracks, I wouldn't be able to replace it myself, all because of that dent. So that's not good. It costs too much to repair, $1,000 to repair that tiny dent there. That's not very good at all. But now we can move on to the best computer here, my custom built PC, which I use for video editing and gaming. So as you can see, Corsair K70 Mark II is the keyboard with Cherry MX Browns. It's a very nice keyboard. It also has the volume thing here, so you can adjust the volume. It also has a mute button here, which is very good. It's on 100% currently, I just put it down. Along here you have the Rode Ready Go mic. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. It's meant for a DSLR, except my Canon 80D is having compatibility issues with it, so I can't use it with my DSLR. So I use it with my computer instead, and that's why there's so much static in my videos, if you didn't know. Actually, it's not caused by the microphone, it's just caused by the aux cord, so I really need to get that fixed. Then you have the speaker controls for the, Logitech Z213s, I'm not too sure. I can't quite remember the names, but yeah, they're pretty good. Subwoofer's down here, and here's my Xbox controller with the custom parts I put on after I destroyed my limited edition Forza controller. So yeah, that I've just put a few of the parts there. As you can see, it's great build quality. That one was snapped off by someone who lives over in the UK, who I don't know if they watch my videos, but they're denying they did it, and they're refusing to pay for the damage, so... Anyway, here's the other side, which I accidentally stepped on whilst I was getting ready for school one day. So yeah, they've just been taped back up. Not very nice build quality. That controller is about 1.5 years old, and it's already a bit broken. And then for the mouse, we have the Corsair Sabre RGB, which is a very good mouse. I've heard complaints that people find them too small, but it's perfect for my size of hand, which is about this big when compared to an Xbox controller. That's a pretty reasonably sized hand, and I have no issues using it at all. And it's on this Kensington mouse pad, which is about 17, 18 years old, and that's why there's a bit of that happening. But I've Bluetooth it down so it doesn't move around, so have I Bluetooth the mic and the audio controls, which is very good, nothing moves around. I forgot to mention the monitor is a BenQ RL2544, I don't know, I really don't know. All I know is it's 24-inch and it's a BenQ monitor. It's a really weird name. But yeah, it's a really nice monitor, has awesome color accuracy and viewing angles. It's very, very good. And yeah, I'm pretty sure we can now move on to the PC itself, which is in a the case is a Corsair Carbide Spec 04. That's the case. As you can see, since you've last seen it, the fan was previously the red fan was previously here, but I got another fan, so that's underneath there now, which because it's not as powerful and it doesn't have the red LEDs, so I've just put that underneath and moved this to the top. So yeah, you can see that from behind. You can also see that I've put a VW badge in, courtesy of Tridev Bear, who gave that to me, so that's pretty good. We have, of course, the CPU cooler, my GTX 1060, and my power supply, as well as some kind of decent cable management. I tried, but I'm constantly rearranging stuff, so really I can't manage it too well. Around the back you can see that I actually have put an Intel Core i5 sticker on it, because I recently found that came in my little book instruction manual thing when I got my 8600K for this computer. So hang on, focus camera. There we go. Okay. As you can see, there's the rest of the ports down the back here. As well as my awesome cable management. But I'm going to get cable raceways eventually, so don't harass me on that too much, please. But yeah, that's it so far. There was one more thing I wanted to show you, and that was to do with this monitor over here, which I'm trying to get to work. So I've pretty much I've put it in my PC, and it's not working. I've put it in that laptop, and it's not working. But it could just be those computers just don't allow this type of monitor. So I'm charging up a really old computer that I found, and yeah, gonna see if this monitor works with it. So I'll be right back. I forgot to mention this was actually found in a council cleanup pile, as well as the fan that's located there, which worked. It also came with 2 PC cases, which a friend has now, and they also had fans in them, so that's kind of where I got that fan from, which is very, very nice. Yeah, I don't understand why people throw that kind of stuff out. But anyway, enough talking, let's actually see if this works. Alright, so the monitor works. It's attached to this computer, which broke a long time ago, as this light will show. Oh, not really. But I'll show you the display after. But yeah, the hard drive doesn't work with it, and the trackpad's all weird. But it had an original touch bar. Look at that, and it still works. And the keyboard's coming off and everything, but it still kind of works. As we can see, if I do unplug the VGA cable, apparently nothing happens at all. Okay. But yeah, this laptop actually works though. And the viewing angles are alright. It's just really, it's an odd resolution. But yeah, I think that will be it for the video. If you wanted to see the display, I'll quickly just do this. And it looks a bit like that. Yeah. So that's good. As you can see, the Windows thing in the background, but then if I plug in the VGA cable, straight onto there. Look at how squished that logo is. That's some proper... And look at the loading thing. There it is. Look at how oval shaped it is. If I go from a bit of a distance away, you can see it better. But yeah, so the monitor works, which is good. It's a really weird aspect ratio, but sure. Yeah, so that's it for the video. So goodbye.